Week 1 of the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music now goes to Vipe Sports Stadium here in Houston, Texas. And an opening week matchup between two teams that are looking to do a little bit better in the playoff scene from last season. It's the San Diego Mavericks and the Houston Headhunters. Hello everybody, Ethan Muslin here in the booth alongside brand new to the broadcast booth here in the professionals, Mr. Brandon Walters. Brandon, good to have you, my friend. This is going to be an exciting matchup. Two teams that have been, the last couple of seasons, they've been either just outside or just inside the playoffs. There's a lot of potential for both of these squads to do very well this season.
For sure, Ethan. Both these teams have been living on the edge the past couple seasons here. You know, the will they, won't they make it into the playoff picture here. But I'm excited for this one. These teams have met 3 times before, and Houston has won all 3 of those games. They're undefeated in this little Houston-San Diego series here. Can the Mavericks finally flip it around on them?
But to be fair, though, the last time these two faced off was back in season 19, so nearly a year and a half ago, and that was just a fair headhunter win there, 25-21. They didn't meet at all in 20. They didn't meet at all in 21, so this is a new San Diego team. This could be an entirely different matchup. We'll see how it all plays out. San Diego to get the ball to start the opening half. We are underway with the ball in the air. Ball to be taken at about the 3-yard line. Coming up the middle of the field. On the return is Dave Axis. He'll bring it up to the 31. Great return there of about 29 yards on the play. And that'll bring out Johnny Pickler. He was top of the league last season in touchdown passes. Caused his team to lead the league in average yards per catch, totaling nearly 15 and a quarter per reception. They'll start with 3 wide receivers. And it will be B. Robo in motion over to the left side with the offset on the back. Pickler with the handoff. It'll be a run up the left side. That's a end around to Doug Britton, who's getting a run, and ends up going for a gain of 2.
That's an interesting way to start the game there. You'd expect McWaffle to be getting the first carry of the game there. Doug Britton gets one instead. Decent job of blocking there, but Houston, good job to rally to the ball quick.
We were talking earlier before the show, like, McWaffle's the only running back in this offensive scheme. We were wondering what would happen if he gets tired. That might be the answer there, as McWaffle's going to run over to the left side. He'll get a couple more yards to set up 3rd down and 5.
Early 3rd and 5 here. You're looking kind of mid-distance, so the playbook is relatively open here. You could try and hand it off to McWaffle, or you can go through the air with Pickler here. He's got all kinds of targets to choose from.
It could go either way here. It's got 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and they will put Robo in motion over to the left side. He is being pursued by number 25, Blake Prine of Houston. Pickler to throw, time in the pocket. It's collapsing. He'll get away from it. Throws down the middle, into coverage and incomplete. Britton was the intended target, and it was broken up by John Barnhart. So 1 set of plays, and San Diego has to punt it away.
Barnhart following really well there. The pocket was lasting a long time there for Pickler, but the coverage from Houston was so tight, both down in the short distance and down the field there. Nothing open.
Yeah, nothing open in there. Great coverage from the Houston secondary. This will bring out Harry Glenn to punt it away. Going off a little bit to the left-hand side. We recovered at the 26. And a shake off of the return. They'll get up to the 40. Shakes another one up to the 45. And down to the 46-yard line is Craig Corky. Great return on the play for 20 yards.
Yeah, near midfield already here for Houston. That's a good start. Special teams, usually not something that gets talked about too much around here, but when Greg Corky gets a nice return like that, sets up this offense well for this first drive here, Houston's going to be looking good for some points.
Yeah, fantastic position to start this drive. Dave Burr under center for the Houston Headhunters. Last season, just a hair under 2,900 yards, made him 9th on the season. Got 20 touchdowns to get 4th in the league for scores. He'll have twins to the left side, twins in the backfield. He'll look for a quick step throw. Pressure coming from around him. Gets it to DR Sim, who will shake 1 tackle, but gets wrapped up from behind. That was Freddie Trammell with the stop for a gain of 7.
Good tackle from Trammell there. DR Sim, I mean, what else can you say about the guy? He's the all-time league leader in catches, touchdowns, yards. Like, he leads basically every notable stat there is for a wide receiver.
There's a reason why he's a 9-time All-Star and a Hall of Famer. Pitch out to the left side this is for Josh Slap, who cannot get anywhere on that play. Oh, excuse me, that was Wells on the run, with Trammell making another tackle. Now 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, that was Zach Holdorf there, number 52, the outside linebacker for the Mavericks there, with that quick tackle, getting into the backfield really well on that outside.
Houston tightening up here for 3rd and 2. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Wells will get the first down, gets to about the 41 of San Diego, and that'll be enough to move the sticks. Let's introduce this Houston headhunter offense. Main quarterback will be Dave Burr. Rookie Iman Kopech. You might see him every now and then. Running backs are G.P. Wells and Josh Slap. Fullback is Dan Curtis. Wide receiver, Mike St. Green and C.J. Parrish. Ryan Davis, D.R. Simmons, Greg Corky. Tight ends are the rookie Daisy Peace and the Hall of Famer Tiberius Bovine. On the line, tackles Kenny Cook and Barry Simeon with guard Sarah Bergens. And that's a run for Slap to get about 2 to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Something that's got a lot of attention this offseason is San Diego's interest in the linebacker position, where they only have outside linebackers, no normal, natural inside linebackers. That means they might be down a little bit on size, but they got a lot of speed, and they showed it there.
They're kind of slamming the box here as Wells only gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's a great stop from Tanner Hendricks, the corner. Only going to get 1 on the play for 3rd down.
San Diego's been playing really aggressively on the defensive side. The cornerbacks have been playing really up on the line here, and it means that if they're able to get off their blocks early here, they're clogging these running lanes really quick.
Houston going 5 wide with 3 to the right. Burr with time in the pocket, throws the deep ball down the middle, overthrows his target and incomplete. That one intended for Mike St. Green. I think that was just a bit too much oomph on that throw, and that'll bring up 4th down.
First drive of the season, there might be a little bit of rust coming back into a game-time situation here that he's got to shake off, but I'm sure that he's going to probably want that one back, but also be like, hey, it's only the first drive. We can go get some more later.
And you did get into enemy territory. That's always a positive to walk away from. Brian Barker to kick this away. He's going to try to coffin it to the right side. This one will be returned at about the 11. And they'll credit him with about 3 yards on the return. And that was Talman Gardner with the return. So San Diego getting ready to start their 2nd drive inside their own red zone.
It's pretty tight down here. San Diego is going to have to make something happen here because they've got a little bit less space than they might like. And Houston, on the other hand, you might see them pin their ears back and go for a nice blitz here, try and rattle Johnny Pickler early.
Yeah, they've got a full box and a really, really heavy amount of secondary, so don't be surprised. They can cover you with the dime in the quarter defense. You see there, number 49, that is a John Lynch in pursuit of the receiver in motion. There'll be a handoff to McWaffle going outside to the left. He'll get about a yard and be tackled down by said Fred McCree. Let's see, that was number 43. That's Brady Clark with the stop. Let's introduce the rest of this Maverick offense. Johnny Pickler, the quarterback. Hunter McWaffle, the running back. Rob Knoll, the fullback. Wide receivers, rookie Easton King, Dave Axis, Eagle Mondavi, Doug Britton coming from Vegas, B. Robo. Tight ends are Benji Matson and Adam Williams on the line. Jacob Reed at tackle, Taylor Menor at guard, and Anthony Anderson at center. And that is a rush there. That is the secondary running back, Fred McAfee, getting a few more yards. That'll set up 3rd and 5.
That might answer our question there, getting Fred McAfee and Garrison Hurst involved off the bench there in that running attack.
Pickler to throw, gets a little bit of a small pocket, gets it away, and it is completed. A great catch there. That's number 88, B. Robo with the snag, and it's a San Diego 1st down.
It's a very tight route there from B.E. Robo. Johnny Pickler's got some pressure coming into his face there and kind of throws that one back a little bit, says, hey, Robo, I need you to come back for this one because I got to get it out right now. I can't let that route develop anymore. And good work from Robo to make his way back to the ball there. Nice catch.
Yeah, he did a nice job getting in front of the defender, then cutting right back and got himself a wide open target. Sets him up now to the 28-yard line. A little more breathing room here as they reset the downs. 1st and 10. Britton in motion over to the left side. 3 receivers with a man in the back. Bit of a throw there for Pickler, and it is blocked away, incomplete. Chris Britton, the 3rd, tried to get his hands on it, but ended up knocking it away.
When you lurk on that under there as a linebacker, you're kind of trying to read the quarterback's eyes, shuffle a little bit around, trying to keep yourself hidden and also read the quarterback at the same time and figure out where he's trying to go. Great coverage there from Britton III.
Couple of incompletions so far for Pickler. He's only 1 for 3 on the day. They'll try for number 4 here. The throw to the right side. Overthrows, swinging it, intercepted! Picked off down the left sideline. There's room to run, and he gets around down inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Blake Prine, the former Indianapolis Rambler, has got Houston 21 feet away from pay dirt.
A fantastic start for this Headhunter defense here. Look at the break on the ball from Blake Prine, getting down there quickly there. Johnny Pickler, a little bit inaccurate possibly there, but fantastic return as well here. Houston has got to be feeling great about this. Their defense has put up 2 good stops here, a turnover on their second one, and now the offense is in fantastic position to go get a touchdown.
And this was one of the top defenses in the league last season for interceptions. They had 12 picks last season. That put them 6th in the league for really clamping down on those passing attacks. And it's kind of showing that that trend is continuing here tonight. From the 7-yard line, 1st and goal to go. 2 tight ends to the left from the eye. Burr facing the blitz, gets it away quickly, throws out to the left side, handoff! No, just short of the goal. I thought he had that one. That was Dan Curtis, the fullback. I thought he got that.
Dan Curtis is a big man. You saw him rumbling over there. I mean, if I'm the corner there might be a 50-50 chance I say, hey, you might just want to go in because I don't know if I can take you down there. But even if you contest him there, he's still got a nice stiff arm. Really close to getting in.
Got 6.5 there, so it'll be at about the half-yard line, 2nd and goal. Handoff here to Wells, then the right side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston!
That's some really great blocking there on that right side of that line. The right tackle and those wide receivers and tight ends on the line there really opened up a little gap there. When you push out like that, you open up that little gap between the tackle and the tight ends and receivers down on the line there. And good job from GP Wells to just walk right in.
Great quick drive there. 2 plays, 7 yards for the score. That will bring out the extra point here for Sonny J to make it a 7-point game. It is up, and it is good. A little halfway through the first quarter. It is now Houston 7, San Diego nothing. But we still have 3.5 quarters of football left to play. If you are new to the Simulation Football League, welcome aboard. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just meet and greet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It is never too late to get involved. Return here up the middle for access. He's going to cut to the left. Can't evade the tackler, though. Gets a great return to get San Diego up to their own 28.
Another solid return here. Johnny Pickler, coming off an interception, you got to get that out of your head immediately. Come back out on this field here and let that Air O'Neal offense really shine here. Spread the ball out, get it downfield, and really try and get them drive moving here against Houston because they've had 2 chances so far, and both times Houston has essentially 3 and outed them.
Yeah, they had the first drive went 3 and out. That second one had that big interception just a few moments ago. So let's see if they can build some response after the score here. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right in a dime package for Houston. Pickler going to hand it off, and it's up the middle. Big Waffle lost the football, and it's picked up by the Headhunters. That one recovered. Looks like that was number 43, Brady Clark, with the recovery.
It's all falling apart for the Mavericks right now. Hunter McWaffle there had a decent run going, and then just drops the ball there immediately.
There we go. And bam, yeah, It was 43 with the fumble, and that was Mike Bird with the recovery.
Yeah, Brady Clark with a nice hit on Hunter McWaffle. San Diego has got to be rattled now. That's 2 back-to-back turnovers.
Oh, that is tough. Tough sledding right now for San Diego. Their defense really has to clamp down because they just got to get back on the field now. Burr with a throw on 1st down. Plenty of time. Gets it away. But looks like he got hit as he threw, and that's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, nice hit there coming around the edge. Long way to go for the rusher there for the Mavericks. But good hit. Dave Bird not able to get that one out in time, unfortunately. But still here, Houston, you're pretty much guaranteed at least 3 points here as long as you don't turn the ball over. But if you can get another touchdown, 14-0 here, beat on this Mavericks defense, which has been out on the field a lot already here, you might have something going.
Yeah, barring a penalty or barring some sort of turnover, I think you're absolutely right there. They've got a chance for points. Hand off here for Wells. He's going to be met just a little bit at the line. And that'll be a gain of about 2 on the play. Let's introduce this San Diego Maverick defense. On the line, Biff Markham and Butch Menor. Linebackers are R.C. Puff, Zach Holdorf, Freddie Trammell, Jeff Gagne, and Al-Farouq Aminu. Corners are Tanner Hendricks, Pink Lisa, Tom Krieg, Stuart Zamelia. Bob Funk is the free safety. Strong safeties are David Leathers, Danny Carmichael, King Bradshaw, and Nate Hall. They have a stacked secondary in the backfield. Burr looking to throw. Has some time. Lone for the deep ball. It's caught. St. Green. Touchdown, Houston. Whoa, man.
That's an absolute heater from Dave Burr there. He had one long throw earlier that was missed, and he's coming back to it. He's saying, hey, I got this one. Mike St. Green, good catch there. The coverage is a little soft, taken on the outside there, and it opens up that kind of inside leverage there to kind of allow an uncontested catch. And now the Headhunters are already up 14, and we're just over halfway into this first quarter here. This could be, if San Diego's not careful, this could turn real ugly real fast.
Yeah, this could run away from them very quickly if they're not careful. The extra point up and through. A minute of game time has already passed, and it is now 14-0 Houston with 4:01 to go here in the first quarter. 2 big turnovers from the Headhunter defense leading to those scoring plays. San Diego is going to have to do their best to keep the offense out on the field. This will be taken at about the 2-yard line. And a return up the middle will get about 25 on the return. And that was for number 11, Easton King, on the return.
The Headhunters have really, the defense has come out absolutely guns blazing here. And when you look at the roster on this defensive side, you can kind of see that Houston's front office has been pursuing a lot of pretty high-value targets here to bring into this team and bolster that defensive backfield. Blake Prine coming in from Indianapolis. John Barnhart coming from the now-defunct Sparrows in Sioux Falls. Chris Britton III coming in from D.C. All these guys are coming in as free agents and already making huge impacts in their first game.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, 11 new players here on the Headhunter roster. This McWaffle's only going to get about, maybe a short gain there was Chris Britton III. We were talking about the former D.C. Dragon. He's there to make that stop. They got a lot of offensive rookies in the draft. They picked up a couple of undrafted free agents for their line. This Houston roster, a lot of new faces, but so far it's been bearing a lot of fruit so far. Pickler to throw on second down, overthrows his target, and it's incomplete. Benji Matson there, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Matson not able to get up to that one there. He jumped for it, but I think Johnny Pickler might have just put a little too much on that one, sailed the throw slightly. 3rd and 10 here. Pickler's going to have to pull something out of the bag to get a first down here and avoid going 3 and out again.
Something you don't want to have. This would be their 4th consecutive drive without going forward. A significant amount of yardage. Pickler with the pitch, and Britton can't go anywhere. He ends up only getting about a yard on the play with the tackle there from Prine. So, yeah, it's going to be another 3 and out for San Diego.
And I don't know how much I like that play call there, a draw on a 3rd and 10. You're going to need a lot of yards. And Houston has been so quick to the ball so far tonight that even if you get them with the misdirection, I don't really foresee you getting more than 5, maybe 6 yards at best.
Glenn with the punt. He'll be returned at about the 35. And only a couple of yards. They'll give him a very generous spot. Corky with the return will get it to about the Headhunter 40.
Houston's coming back out on the field here. If they score another touchdown, make it 21-0 here in the first quarter, we might have a rout on our hands coming up early here. If Burr, G.B. Wells, and Josh Slapp can control the tempo here, they've got a real chance.
This can get out of control very quickly if San Diego doesn't clamp down here. 1st and 10 from the 40. Twins to the left, twins in the back. Burr from under center. He's going to change up the receiving core a little bit. Green's going to go in motion. 5 on the play clock, so he better get there quickly. Down to 3, down to 2. They're set. Down to 1. They'll hand it off over to Wells. Shakes one tackler. Gets around to the outside for a first down to midfield. Gets out of bounds at the 44 of San Diego. 14 yards and a first.
It's a very nice run there. And the motion to bring one of the wide receivers over to that right side to get an extra blocker in, I think really sealed that play's good work there, because you still have to break some tackles there for GP Wells, but once he gets past that first level, he's got enough blocking to be able to get out and get a good chunk of yards.
And that was kind of what Mike St. Green was doing there on that play. He got a little bit ahead and was doing a little bit of block work there. A little bit of motion here on the line. That was the secondary, Lorenzo Neal, making a bit of a motion there as it's run for Josh Slapp. We'll get about 5.
And then you're looking at a bit of misdirection there. You motion that back out onto the left side of the line there, and you might think, hey, they might be trying to set up heavy on this left side, but then you pitch right side, trying to, the motions here, trying to get misdirections, trying to get extra people in. It's always a mind game here, and the defenders are going to have to read those well.
Heavy eye for 2nd and 5. Almost 9 in the box for San Diego here. And they're going to send the house. Wells going to get around, and just enough for the first down. He gets down to the 34-yard line.
You're talking about sending the house there. The Mavericks really did send the house, but the problem is that defender on the outside there tries to seal that edge. But the problem is that GP Wells is going up the inside in that power stretch formation the entire time there. So he's not trying to go to the outside. It immediately just has a hole open there.
They're going to mark him down at the 35 for a first down. Just enough to move the chains. Berg facing another blitz. Gets away from one, but cannot get away from the other. And the dual threat forces a sack for Jeff Gagne. It's a loss of 3.
The pressure has been really nice for San Diego so far. Burr's already been curried a couple times, got hit once, but got it out. But this time takes a big sack there. They keep coming around the outside there, and the tackles just haven't been able to get that kind of depth yet to be able to block off those around the edge rushes there. Kenny Cook and Barry Simeon are going to have to be a little bit quicker off the snap.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult when you're having to deal with a 6-on-5 or a 7-on-5 situation. You got to prioritize who you want to block, as Wells will only get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there from David Leathers. They'll be generous with him and give them a yard to bring up 3rd and long.
And that's what the Mavericks have been hoping for from this defensive concept they've been running here. You're a little bit lighter, but you really want that speed to be able to get out to the outsides, especially with your outside linebackers, with the secondary help there, and stuff these runs before they're able to really get much traction.
4 receivers, 2 and 2. The old Chuck Woolery for Dave Burr on 3rd down. Has time in the pocket, throws it out. Oh, and a jumping catch from DR Sim at the 11 will make it a first down inside the San Diego red zone.
And that's why he's a Hall of Famer, Ethan. That's a great catch there from DR Sim. I believe there was 2 Mavericks basically waiting on this pass from Dave Burr there, jumping up and still makes that catch there. Fantastic work.
Yeah, you saw Bob Funk trying to wrap him up a little bit sooner and try to force that ball out, but wow, Sim with a great hands, great catch, gets it down to the 11, and we may see one more score to end the quarter. Burr rolling out to his right, goes out to the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Houston! Tiberius Bovine, the other Hall of Famer on this offense, gets it in, throw it to the tight end.
It's a very, very well-placed ball there from Dave Burr. Throws it down a little bit here, asking Bovine essentially, hey, I know this is going to be a bit of a tough one for you, but you got to go down there to get it. And there's outstretched hands from the Mavericks secondary there if it goes up high. So fantastic ball placement there, Bovine with an awesome catch. 21-0 for the Headhunters here. I would venture to argue that I don't think anyone expected this coming into this game.
No, we were talking earlier in the show, we were just saying this could be a good one to go either way, and now it's 21-0 with only a few seconds left to go here in the first quarter. That drive, 7 plays, 61 yards with the 11-yard touchdown to Bovine. And now San Diego looking at a deep, dark hole, down 3 scores. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. Kick underway here. This will be deep in the end zone. They'll kneel that down for the touchback.
This Mavericks offense is usually so high-flying, but it has been absolutely stuck in mud tonight. 23 total yards so far tonight for the Mavericks. 10 passing yards for Johnny Pickler, and an interception, a fumble as well. This has not been the start that they've envisioned at all, and they need to get something corrected soon.
That math works out to exactly 5-to-1 a ratio in terms of total yards. Pickler throwing out to the left side. He gets the completion, Down to, I think that was Matson with the catch. Excuse me, no. Yeah.
It was.
Do my math. It was, yes.
It was.
With the catch. Gets it to just about second in inches. And that is how the first quarter is going to end. 1 quarter in the books. 3 left to go. Houston already on top in a big way. They lead it 21-0. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. We'll flip the field and come right back. So here we go, second quarter underway, and you see there it's about second down and a postage stamp for the Mavericks. They'll hand it off up the middle, and that's a great run for Noel to get up the first down. Moves it for about a few yards. And that's, I think, the first time in a long time that those chains have moved for San Diego.
Absolutely. It might be the first time all game, or at least certainly either first or maybe second or third. But either way there, nice run from the Mavericks, getting a nice hole up the middle. And the linebackers went to the outside there, and there's enough of a gap for that run.
Run out here to the left side will go for about another 2 yards. And you see that little end around again with Britton only going for about a 2-yard gain. So, yeah, this is the second time that San Diego has gotten a first down. Second time all game that they have produced more than 10 yards in a drive. They haven't cracked 20 or even 30 so far this game. Defense scrambling here to reset, and here for 2nd and 8. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. And they will go for the handoff up the middle for McWaffle. He'll get a few more yards to set up 3rd down and 3. Tackle there from Guy Incognito, the former Charleston Predator. It'll be about 3 yards to go.
It's been very interesting to watch this Mavericks rushing attack tonight. You would expect McWaffle to get a decent amount of carries. The fact that he doesn't have a backup is obviously... Is that Doug Britton under center there?
I don't believe so. Yes, it is. It is Britton under center. He's trying to run it himself. Going around to the outside. He gets the first down. Putting around inside the 50 to the 47-yard line. Whoa, a bit of a wildcat play as Doug Britton puts it in H and gets the first.
I had to rub my glasses there for a second when I saw 84 under center there. What a weird play design, but it works so well there. I think they must have expected a pitch or maybe some kind of pass over the middle there, but instead Doug Britton takes it and then just runs with it himself there and gets another first down.
And it puts them inside enemy territory, I think, for the first time all game. Pickler with a handoff to McWaffle. He'll go right side. Gets to about the 40, and they'll give him about 7 yards on that play.
Running game is really starting to get established now for San Diego. They've been running it on successive plays here, and each time McWaffle's been able to find a good hole and get some decent yardage here.
And you see they've already swapped out to the second running back there. That's Fred McAfee in the back position. 2 receivers for 2nd and 3. Hand off to McAfee as he's into a little bit of traffic, and they will say he's just short of the line to gain. Probably exactly at the 37, so it'll be 3rd and inches.
It's a good push there from McAfee. McWaffle, obviously, he gets tired occasionally. So it's been interesting to see Doug Britton getting some running reps and also Fred McAfee. Garrison Hurst is also on the bench if they want to bring him in as well. This rushing attack has been very polyglot so far.
It absolutely has been. 3rd down and a piece of paper for the Mavs. They hand it off up the middle, and that's a good run for McAfee to get the first down. Resets the downs for the Mavs.
That's a good call there for McAfee to just get his head down, get behind one of the offensive linemen, and essentially just push as hard as you can and pray. So, good first down there. Mavericks putting together a nice long drive here.
Yeah, this has been one of the longest drives they've had all game. 8 plays so far. This will be play number 9. Pickler with a short pass. Oh, deflected away and incomplete. That one looked to be intended for B. Robo.
Kai Cash was sitting on it, though. Houston, they were kind of set back in that looked like a zone coverage there. And then as soon as the ball gets thrown, they must have been anticipating that route because Cash and another headhunter secondary member were both rushing to get to that ball.
3 receivers versus the nickel for 2nd down. Pickler under center with a tight end right. He'll hand it off to McWaffle. Not getting to get much on that play. Brought down by Britton. Only going for a gain of 1.
Yeah, it's a tough one there for McWaffle. I think that he just kind of got caught up there on the line and not able to really get much room before Britton stuffs him there. 3rd and 9. It's a question because Pickler has not thrown the ball very much this drive at all. So are they going to actually try and go back to the air here again?
Looks like they might do so. They've got trips set up to the right, one receiver to the left. That looks like Robo over on the left-hand side. Against a dime package. Pickler to throw. Only 4 on the rush. Getting it away just in time, and it's caught by McWaffle inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. First down, San Diego.
Nice composure there from Johnny Pickler. And this Mavericks offense has so many weapons out on the receiver and tight end positions that sometimes you forget about Hunter McWaffle coming out of the halfback position, out of the backfield to catch passes.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things you got to remember is, like, the running backs are not just meant to be on the ground. They can catch the ball as well. So far, the offensive production has been pretty well. About 36 yards through the air for Pickler, 27 on the ground between Noel and McWaffle. Not even counting that big run for Britton just yet. Speaking of Britton, he will go in motion over to the left side. Pickler hands it off, up the middle, and it's a run for Noel, the fullback, and he's going to roll it out and gets the first down! Just inside the 7-yard line. 1st and goal to go for the Mavs.
It's a great push from Rob Noel there. Looks like the Headhunters defense was not expecting that play call at all there. They were definitely keyed in on the halfback McWaffle getting the ball there, but instead Noel takes it up the middle there, and good job by the offensive line especially as well to open up a lot of nice gaps there. Very easy running.
San Diego on the brink of getting into the end zone. They're about 20 feet away right now. 1st and goal to go. 2 to the left side, McWaffle facing the blitz. Oh, excuse me, and it's a throw down and completed to Eagle Mondavi. Touchdown, San Diego!
It's a big drive for the Mavericks to get a touchdown here. You know, they've been reeling from the turnovers, and Houston has been capitalizing on their opportunities really well so far this game here. So getting a touchdown is absolutely critical, and they took a lot of time off the clock doing so. I think that, this drive probably took almost at least half of this quarter.
You're absolutely right. This drive started with about 15 seconds to go in the first, and now we got about 5:20 to go in the second. So, yeah, this took about 4 minutes, 55 seconds of game time, about half a quarter. Going 13 plays, 79 yards, finishing with that 7-yard touchdown as the kick from Cliff Allen is up and through. That'll put San Diego on the board, 21-7, with 5:20 to go here in the second quarter. If you're liking the game so far, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support as the kick will be knelt in the end zone to bring it out to the 20.
I will say, though, Houston has kind of been gifted some really nice field position pretty much on all of their starting drives here so far this game. So now they're going to have to work at 80 yards if they want another touchdown here. Can this Headhunter offense do what San Diego just did and have a nice sustained drive?
Yeah, the first two scores they had from the San Diego 7 and the San Diego 31 is where they all started. Bird a start on first down, gets it away. No, he cannot. He's brought down for a loss of 5, and it's a big sack from Biff Markham.
Biff Markham, big hit there on Dave Burr. Coverage was tight down the field there. You saw him looking down the field for a long time here, but just not able to find anything that he likes before just taking a nice shot.
And you kind of saw there Coleman, number 60, on the right guard side. He was trying to, he kind of assigned to do the pass blocking there, but Markham was just way too quick for him on that play. Loss of 5 now going up to the 15, 2nd and long with 2 and 2. Burr on the quick step, throws it up the middle, will be completed to Ryan Davis. Gets about 8 on that one for Davis's first catch of the day.
It's a great execution from Houston there. You know, 2nd and a long 15 after that first sack there. You need to get some of those yards back so that way your playbook can still remain open for this 3rd down and 7 here. And they did really well there, getting the ball out quick and getting about half those yards back.
And looks like Burr's going to throw here for 3rd and 7. He will step back for the pass, going for the deep down the middle. Let's complete to Mike St. Green over the defense down to midfield. And a big first down for Houston.
Wow, great throw down the field there, hitting that seam route up there. And the Mavericks, I think that might be the second or third time now where someone from deep in that secondary has come up at the last second to try and snag that pick and just missed it there. That's number 44 there, Bob Funk, trying to get a nice pick, but unfortunately for him, just not in the right place at the right time there, and big third down conversion for Houston.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play for Houston. Whew, that was a big one, going for 27 yards as Wells is going to run up the middle and only get about 3 on the play.
San Diego has clamped down on this running game as the game has gone on here. I think that the linebackers are kind of getting warmed up here, and that defensive line has done a really good job of making sure that the lanes that are being opened are being closed very, very quickly.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 7 with the I formation coming up. And I think that's St. Green down there on the right side. Going into motion will be number 83, Daisy Peace, the rookie tight end. He'll set up to the left side. Burr with a handoff. It'll go to Slap, who tries to cut back inside. And he'll get about 4 there on the play before being brought down by Zach Holdorf.
3rd and 3 here for the Headhunters. I think they might try and run it again here. That last play, they got a nice amount of room to work with there. The linebackers were kind of outside and then coming back inside there, but not after a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. So I could definitely see another run here on 3rd down.
It's entirely possible. They got the pro set, with both backs in the backfield, and they will hand it off up the middle. Oh, wow. Denied! Wells was trying to go for the first, and David Leathers with the no-no. So that will force Houston to punt it away.
It's a fantastic play. When you're coming in from that secondary position there, it allows you to get a lot of steam running up towards that offensive line. They're going to go for it here. 4th and 1.
Oh, I like this play call here. It looks like they're set up in the same position. Watch the creep. Going to go up the middle, and it's a big first down inside the 37-yard line. Curtis with the run.
That's what you do on 4th down, man. Give it to your big guy and let him go get those yards there. I think that they saw San Diego must have been a little bit confused by that play call there because it was a very light front there, a lot of spacing between the defensive linemen there for the Mavericks, and Houston saw it, took advantage of it.
And it keeps the drive alive inside San Diego territory. Hand off to Wells, over to the left side, spins around back inside up the middle, and he'll get down to the 29-yard line for a gain of 8.
And I think this is what people might have worried about looking at San Diego's defense coming into this first game here. The outside is covered well by these outside linebackers, but the inside is just kind of lacking that big inside linebacker presence to really stuff these interior runs here. A lot of runs by the Houston offense are getting bent back inside.
That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Houston trying to keep that double score lead. They lead at 21-0 with 2 to go here in the second half. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Ethan Muslin, Brandon Walters here on the call for you tonight as the run from Wells is enough for the first down to keep the drive moving. Gets them down to about the 23-yard line. Again, another first for the Headhunters.
Houston's definitely seen something they want to exploit up the middle here against the San Diego defense. The Mavericks, again there, the defensive line spread out there. It'll open up a lot of room in the middle there, and Houston has taken it every time.
They might go for another one here. Twins to the right. They will hand it off. Wells going around on the outside to the left. He'll get to about the 19-yard line for a 4-yard gain.
This run game has been doing a really great job of grinding through. They were 5th last year in rushing yards and 6th in average yards per carry at over 5 yards a clip here in Houston. So obviously, if they're going to get this kind of momentum to run this ball over and over and over and still get these yards here, San Diego's got to be a little worried.
Absolutely. They were 4th in the league last season with just a total of just under 2,100 yards of total offense on the ground. This will be Slap running on the outside. He'll get back to the line, and they'll give him about a yard before he's brought down by Freddie Trammell, and that'll be a timeout called by Houston.
I like this play calling here, this design. Run the ball out here and try and drain off as much of this clock as you can here because you're definitely in range to score some points here again. So if you can try and make this either the last drive or at least not give San Diego much time.
Yeah, don't give them much time to try to get some momentum going into the half. Burr to throw, looking for a target, right side. Gets it to Mike St. Green at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal to go. And that'll be another timeout called.
That's another great catch from St. Green there. Another big hit being delivered right after the ball gets in from Dave Burr. The timing from the San Diego secondary has been good, but they're just not able to jar the ball loose.
Yeah, they might need to be a little tighter on that defense if they want to try to make any big plays on the air. 1st and goal to go. It's about 14 feet away. A little pass here. Wide open! Touchdown! Tiberius Bovine! 2nd one for him on the day!
2nd one on the day there, and a great scheme from Houston. I think they saw San Diego was coming out in that goal line set there. They didn't even have enough people to cover everyone that was out on the line there, receiving for Houston there. So really just playing a mismatch there in terms of personnel there. And another touchdown for Houston here. If they can get a stop going into halftime here, they'll be up 28-7, and I think that they've got to be feeling really good.
Absolutely, they would be. Looked like that was on that left side. That was either Tom Krieg or Stuart Zamilia, effectively having to cover 2 receivers at the same time, and I figured like that was kind of a Sophie's choice in decision making there. Didn't matter which one you picked, you were in trouble. As the extra point for Sonny J is up and good. That'll make it 28-7 with about 50 seconds to go here in the first half. San Diego, they got to get something going here. They got to get momentum going into the tunnel.
Exactly, but I think if you can lean on anything here for San Diego, it's got to be your passing attack from Pickler. So, I mean, I think you probably got to have a decent amount of faith that you can get down the field in 50 seconds.
They are going to return it, going up the middle, and a good run there to get it up to the 29-yard line as Easton King again doing kick return duties. So about 45 seconds to go here in the first half, and we'll have to see what San Diego can do through the air. Pickler hasn't been the great night so far. 5 of 10 for 43 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He's got a QBR of about 55. Definitely room for improvement, and hopefully this drive will at least bump up those numbers before we get to the half. 2 receivers left, but they will put one in motion. Eagle Mondavi going to the right side, being covered by Mike Bird. Pickler to throw, has time in the pocket, goes out to the left side. Penalty marker down. As the pass is incomplete, we might have a pass interference call here. Yeah, that one called on number 27. That's Kai Cash with the foul. So that'll put the ball at the San Diego 42.
And this might honestly be the best way that they could move the ball downfield here, because not only do you get a nice amount of yards from that pass interference penalty, but you don't have to catch the ball, which means the clock isn't going to run. You don't have to burn a timeout to stop it. So for only 3 seconds worth, basically, of game time there, you get a nice chunk of yardage.
Yeah, put for 1st down and 10. Let's see how they form up here on this play. 2 receivers to the left. Pickler gonna fake. No, he's got to hand it off to McWaffle, and he'll get about 7 before they end up calling timeout.
An interesting play call there from the Mavericks. I think they're trying to keep Houston honest here, saying, hey, we might be able to run this ball here with McWaffle and try and get some distance with that run. Trying to get in possible field goal range here. You probably only need 25, maybe 30 yards to be in range here. So if you get a nice break-off run here, you could get it all in one. Britton's under center again.
Oh, this could be another run, another designed run here on the Wildcat. And no, he's going to throw! Britton to pitch it out, and he'll get it over to Noel, but it goes nowhere. Oh, the little gadget play ends up blowing up in their face. Goes down for a loss of 4.
A very, very interesting play call there from San Diego. I think, like you were alluding to there, they were probably, if you see Doug Britton about to take a snap, you're probably assuming they're going to run it somehow, but steps back, tries to take a pass there, but ends up just shoveling it, and really did not work there. Great job from the Headhunters to not get frazzled.
3rd and 7 for Pickler. Rolls out to his right, has blocks, throws out to the left, and it gets the completion to Britton. They'll get the 1st down, and they'll call their final timeout. Oh, boy. They managed to convert the 1st, and they are out of timeouts now. This is going to be interesting. They're going to have to pretty much go no huddle or go sideline the rest of the way. Nickel pack for Houston. They'll have 3 wide for San Diego. Pickler to throw. Quick pass right side. Incomplete. That was intended for Benji Matson. Broken up by Blake Prine.
It's really good coverage there on the outside there. I think either 2 or 3 Headhunters defenders were waiting on that pass there from Pickler, trying to get the post to the sideline here. And that's the great thing about, getting rid of all of San Diego's timeouts now. If you're this defense, is that they don't have that much time, so you can afford to really cover those sidelines very extensively.
Absolutely. Second down now, facing a little bit of a blitz. They check it down, and it'll step out of bounds for Britton. He'll get about 3, stopping the clock with 18 seconds to go.
A very nice play there, but you only get so much yardage, and you really need probably at least another 10 or 15 yards to really consider yourself in comfortable field goal range. So with only 18 seconds left, really, Houston, I am assuming, is going to really try and lock down those sidelines here, because you're not going to have too much time.
Yeah, right now it's a 58-yard try. They got to get the first here. Pickler fakes the shovel. In trouble! Did not see the back coming in. Alex Perez with the takedown. That'll bring up 4th and 11, and I think that'll be the end of the half.
Yeah, Pickler's going to feel that one tomorrow morning for sure. Probably going to have some ice on that, but great stand there from Houston. San Diego was getting a little bit of momentum building up here, trying to get some points before half, but just Houston says, no, you're going into halftime down 21. We're taking this momentum.
Fantastic stop there from the Houston defense in their own field. That will be the end of the first half. Great start to the season for the Headhunters. San Diego are going to have to think about a lot of things that happened in that last half. They trail at 28-7. As we take a look at the SFL halftime stats. Oh, this was a tough go for Pickler. You see there, 7 of 13 on the night so far. It's been a struggle for him. Burr's been pretty well for himself, going 9 for 11. So he's been the offensive juggernaut this game so far with 132 passing yards. What has San Diego got to do to try to clamp down on this Headhunter offense?
Honestly, that might be a pretty tough question. Definitely something that the coaches are scratching their heads about in the locker room right now. Nothing has worked. Johnny Pickler has struggled throwing the ball through the air. Hunter McWaffle and Rob Noel have had a couple of decent runs, but overall their totals are just not good. Houston's defense has had answers for every single question on the test that San Diego's been throwing at them so far. And to be honest with you, I really don't know what you can do in terms of second half adjustments, other than I think you might want to take those Doug Britton Wildcat plays out.
As a great wrestler once said, just when you think you have all the answers, you change the questions. And I think that might be what San Diego's got to do here. They got to change things up and try to get back into this ball game. They will be kicking off to start the second half. Kick is away, and it will be taken about halfway into the end zone. Brought out by Ryan Davis. Entering up to the 20, spins around to the 25. And will roll out to a great return. Almost 35 on the run. Gets him to the Houston 31-yard line. We got to go to the Motor City because we got a game break with Cameron Irvine.
Ready for this one, guys? Motor City on the punt. Down 3-0. Jacob Morrison loses it in the clouds. It hits him in the leg, and BB Blitz recovers it, and the rookie takes it in for a touchdown. Motor City leads 7-3. Back to you in Houston.
Unbelievable fortune there for Motor City. Thank you very much for that, Cam. As we get another run here for Curtis, he'll go for about 3 yards.
Yeah, nice run for Curtis. 2nd and 7 here. Houston again trying to establish this running game coming out of the halftime locker room here. And I think if they can keep their running game working as well as it was in the first half, they've got a good shot at not only really, continuing to build nice drives, but really drain that clock on San Diego as well.
They'll hand it off here to Wells up the middle. Gets another 4 before he's brought down by Bob Funk. This might be what we're looking at here, the future for the second half here for Houston. A lot of the run game, a lot of clock draining.
Yeah, if I was the Mavericks defense, I would expect to see a lot of GP Wells, Josh Slapp, and Dan Curtis for the rest of this game here. Dave Burr's been playing really well here, but you really want to try and take advantage of the start that you had and, just draw back on that clock as much as possible. Make it so that way San Diego really just doesn't have the chance to score as many points as they need to.
Run for Slapp here. He'll get enough for the first. He breaks away down to midfield. He's got a couple of folks behind him. Will he get around it down to the 26-yard line? Josh Slapp with a huge gain, and they're deep inside San Diego territory.
They've been pounding on the door for a while here, Ethan, and finally the door breaks down here. Josh Slapp with a nice run, breaks the tackle, and then there's just nothing there in the secondary. Some nice blocks downfield from the Houston receivers and tight ends that were really doing their jobs well, but Josh Slapp with a really nice run.
That run going 35 yards, longest of the day for anybody on either offense. So far, Josh Slapp with the high mark in the biggest gain of the day. 1st and 10, right from the 25-yard line. Twins to the right. They'll go for the handoff around the other side for Wells, and he gets double-teamed right about the 22. They'll give him about a 5-yard gain. That looks like they'll mark it down just outside the 20.
It's a very fortuitous play call there. San Diego brought a lot of pressure around that right side outside there. But, of course, Houston just running the ball left anyways. So, basically, they're stuck chasing a speeding car there as GP Wells runs off down the field.
And you see the team stats there. Now it's about 2-to-1 ratio for Houston ahead in total yards. Still about a 2 to 2.5 to 1 advantage on the pass. 2nd down and 5. 3 tight ends in the set. They'll hand it off to Slapp, going through traffic into the 20, still pushing, and gets down to the 17-yard line. Big, heavy run for Josh Slapp to bring up 3rd and 2.
That's hard running there. I love it when a running back just really, decides, hey, I'm getting some yards here, so stay out of my way. And really grind and run from Josh Slapp there. GP Wells, Josh Slapp, both having, pretty contained games. They're not getting too much per carry, but in the aggregate, they're really building up a nice game so far.
3rd down and 2 to go. They'll hand it off to Wells, and I think he might be just short. They're going to give him the 1st down, though. Great run on the play, but I think they got a very generous spot there.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think the chain gang is probably a little bit nice to them. And I was about to say, San Diego may challenge this here because this could be critical.
Yeah, and I was not going to be surprised to see Mike O'Neill throw that red flag to challenge the spot of the football. So we will take a retroactive look at this play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com. So we take another look at this. You see, there's the wrap-up by, that's Leathers and Funk. Oh, yeah, I think he got a very generous spot there because I think he's short by about a foot or two.
It's very close. I think he actually might have got it.
No, they say he is short. So that's a good overturn there from Mike O'Neill. Great use of the challenge flag. So that will take the 1st down off the board. And end up going for 4th and inches. So we might just see Sonny J come out with the field goal.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit out here. Of course, Houston went for it on a 4th and 1 earlier in the game already. But, yep, field goal crew coming out here and make it 31-7 instead of possibly 35-7.
So San Diego's defense got to feel good about that, preventing the Headhunters from getting into the end zone. From the left hash, Sonny J putting it up on the way, and it's good. That'll make it 31-7 with 7:13 to go here in the 3rd quarter. You see there the 7-play drive going about 50 yards. And yeah, that kick was beautiful right down the pipes. No problemo there. And that's one of the things people kind of forget about in terms of your teams there. Sonny J last season 22 of 22, 7th in field goals made all season last season.
Absolutely. Special teams is just it's something that doesn't get talked about very often, but when you have a good kicker, a reliable kicker, really it eases so much tension from your guys, and it also really helps you out just with these, 3 points might not seem like much at the time, but really we're talking about that's the difference between possibly winning and losing a game.
I think as someone put it in the convention last season, yeah, special teams. I think that might be something that's ringing in people's minds right now. So Axis brings the ball out to the 31-yard line. San Diego got to feel good. They only held Houston to 3 rather than 7. So if they can respond in kind, they'll be able to narrow this deficit. 1st and 10, 3 wide receivers. And they will put Robo in motion to the left side. No response from the Houston defense, but they might be showing blitz here with that runner in the middle. And they will rush 5. Pickler going to throw up the left side. Will be completed for 7. And that was over to B. Robo.
It's a very interesting play there from the defense. Denzel Maverick, the defensive end, dropped into coverage there. A bit of a unbalanced four-man rush there. But nice tackle from him there in the coverage. Good pass, though, from Johnny Pickler here. Really needs to get into that rhythm. Doug Britton for the third time now coming in that Wildcat.
Britton under center. He's got the eye with a receiver to the left. And he's going to put Britton in, that's Matson in motion over to the right side. A peculiar setup here with Britton in the Wildcat. He'll go. He's going to try to run it himself. Cannot get around the defender. Kai Cash brings him down for a loss of 3.
They've seen it too many times now. I think the headhunters were ready for it. You know, the first time you bring something like that in, there's definitely going to be panic on the defensive side. You know, we haven't game planned for this. But by the third time, you know, I think that the defense has settled down, gotten a little used to it there. And no love lost there with Kai Cash absolutely blasting Doug Britton.
And a bit fake of the shovel here for Pickler, but he takes too much time, and Denzel Maverick with the sack. Boy, the last 2 plays for San Diego, they end up going backwards about 8 yards.
Obviously not what you want from the Mavericks here. I don't know, honestly, the Houston coverage has been really good downfield here. We've been seeing a lot of decent pockets here for San Diego, but just the coverage is so tight that even though Johnny Pickler's got plenty of time, he just has no one to throw it to.
He had the coverage. It's just, unfortunately, Jacob Reed just ended up losing the battle there. And you saw Maverick jump up there and make the play. As this fair catch is going to be made for Houston at the 32-yard line. If you ever wanted to be a play-by-play or analyst broadcaster, we are looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you to join the team for this Major League season. Please visit simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details and how you can get involved and get your voice on the call. P.S. It's how I did it. 1st and 10 for Houston, 2-2 for Dave Burr. They'll pitch it out over to the right side for Curtis, and he ends up going back to the line. Nothing doing there as Hendricks is there on the stop.
I wonder if they're trying to misdirect the Mavs defense at all there, because Dan Curtis is a big dude, and when he's in the backfield there, especially as a lone back, you're definitely expecting him to go up the middle there, really use that power there, but instead they pitch it outside, try and get him something going there with the lateral movement, but really nothing there. Good response from the Mavs.
2nd down and 10, Twins to the right. Looks like they got 5 on the line and 2 in the back. They'll hand it off. Wells left side has room to run, but cannot get much on the play with the tackle from Bob Funk. It'll only be a gain of 2.
And if San Diego wants to have a chance at coming back in this game, that's what they need to do, is shut down these runs. Make sure the headhunters can't get first downs, can't drain the clock, can't build these long drives here. Force Dave Burr to throw the ball.
Dime package here for San Diego against the old 2-2. Burr with time to throw in the pocket. Looking for it. Bit of a whirly bird to be. Gets it for the catch. Breaks through the tackle and gets brought down by Bob Funk. Tiberius Bovine with a huge play to get the first down.
Bovine's really had a fantastic game there. Just managed to find a little bit of a weakness in that zone coverage there, pulling off past the linebacker. And then, wow, what a big hit.
Just ended up bulldozing David Leathers there. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, just pounded through the defender and almost got away with another one. But ends up falling down to the 46-yard line of San Diego, where it'll be 1st and 10 again. 2 to the right, 2 in the back. For Dave Burr, he'll quick step, looking for a target. Going for the deep ball down the middle. We'll get it to G.P. Wells down to the 30. Ends up going for about 13 yards on that one.
Nice pass catch there from G.P. Wells. You know, you're not always looking for these running backs coming out of the backfield or wherever they may be for catching these passes here. He just manages to slip past that linebacker there. Great throw. Really fitting it into a tight window there.
Let's see, he got around. That was number 45, R.C. Puff, one of the rookie linebackers there, one of the picks from the 3rd round of the SFL draft. Ends up getting around them for the first down to the 30.
Look at that total yard split.
Yeah, still crazy. About almost a 3-to-1 split if you really think about it. As a run from slap there, we'll get to about the 21 for a gain of 9.
Very nice run here. Houston's definitely in scoring position again here. And if they get a touchdown here, going up by a lot, that might be too much for San Diego to mount a comeback, really.
Yeah, if they get the score here, you're talking about a 31-point difference. Almost a, I mean, we're almost looking at a 5-score game.
And you don't have too much time either.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. That's gonna be an Everest level of comebacks here. Run here for Wells to the right. He gets the first, and will just get inside the red zone down to the 18.
The blocking from the offensive line there for the Headhunters was fantastic. Each of those linemen really took on a one-on-one on the island there, and they managed to spread it out in such a way where GP Wells has got all kinds of running lanes. He can basically pick and choose which gap he wants to run through.
Yeah, it really can. It just needs to look at which alley is open and just have that wherewithal to go right through it. Now it'll set up to the 18, 1st and 10. Again, to that 2 wide spot to the right. They'll hand it off. Slap gets caught in the backfield, going backwards. Ends up going down for a loss of 4.
Absolutely blew up the play there on the defensive side. Slap gets the ball, and he's basically already getting tackled as soon as he gets the handoff there. 3 different Mavericks in quick succession there.
Yeah, it ended up being Freddie Trammell with the official tackle. But yeah, he ended up bouncing off a couple of them, but just could not get back in any more forward progress. So it ends up pushing him back to the 22. Now 2nd and 14, 2 and 2, but they're going to put Mike St. Green in motion over to the left side. No response there as the San Diego just adjusts to the other edge receiver. Burr in a little bit of trouble, cannot get it away in time. And there's another sack for number 95, Al-Farouq Aminu.
Aminu there coming off the edge here. I think that's probably, 3rd, 4th, maybe even 5th time now that San Diego's gotten a lot of pressure coming long around that right side there, really just trying to avoid that tackle and stretch out that right side of the line there. And this time, Aminu has enough time. The coverage holds up long enough for him to get in there and get that sack on Dave Burr. And now you're talking about a really long 3rd and 18 here.
Al-Farouq got 2 sacks last season, so already 1 so far today is the pass for Burr. Caught by D.R. Sim! Oh my goodness! Touchdown, Houston!
What a backbreaker there for D.R. Sim against the San Diego defense there. I mean, 3rd and 18 there. Dave Burr puts one on a wire to the Hall of Fame wide receiver there. I want to see this coverage again on the replay because that was tight.
That was tight coverage. Oh, yeah, it was a bite for Tanner Hendricks. He bit inside, and that's what allowed Sim to catch it over the defense.
And that's what the 2nd or 3rd time now where someone on the Mavericks defense has tried to go for the hero ball pick play and just completely missed it.
Yeah, unbelievable turn there as Sim makes the score. Kick from Sonny J makes it 38-7 with 1:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter. That last drive, 9 plays, 68 yards, 26-yard touchdown pass to D.R. Sim. Whew, wow, that was an incredible catch there. Sim now, with that touchdown, will give him, I'm looking at my stats here really quickly, 149 touchdowns in his career. So he's now 1 away from 150 all time as they will kneel it down here to take it to the 20.
It's an insane milestone for D.R. Sim here. Going back to the Mavs, though, now coming out on offense again, you really got to try and sling the ball deep here and get some really quick scores if you want to have a chance at coming back in this one because you're down by so many now. But Houston has really locked up the deep balls.
Yeah, you really have to see the air show go into full effect here if you want to have any chance to make it close. And boy, that defense is really going to have to do a lot. Pickler throwing out the left side. It's intercepted! Guy Incognito with the interception. Gets it back to the San Diego 21-yard line. And forget the wheels coming off. This is that cartoon where the wheels, the doors, the roof, everything is just falling off the car here for San Diego.
It's basically the end of the Blues Brothers where the Bluesmobile just disintegrates into nothingness. Another pick here for a safety coming up, really breaking on the ball early there. Johnny Pickler, I got to say, really missed on that one.
Guy Incognito, by the way, did not get an interception last season, so it's good to see him back on the record books. So we go to 1st and 10 for Houston at the 21 of San Diego. They'll put Curtis over in motion to the left side with the twin set right. Wells gets away from 1, but it will be a tackle from Zach Holdorf. Goes for a loss of 2.
Yeah, the speed there from the Mavericks defense on the reaction there. The problem is that Houston keeps running in these joker sets with the dual backs, and then they run across the formation. So that way the running back has to get this kind of longer distance to actually start, really earning some yards, a lot more lateral movement. And San Diego's been really quick most of the time.
Burr with a quick step throw that was intended for Bovine, and it ended up going incomplete. Nice coverage there from Danny Carmichael.
It would have been really nice for the Mavericks to get a pick there. I think, you really, really need turnovers. I mean, the stop would be nice here, but Houston's already going to score no matter what, basically, based on this field position. So a turnover is really, really key here if they want to still have a chance to come back in this game, I think.
Even with the field goal, I mean, you're talking about 41-7. I mean, theoretically, it's still a 5-score game. Burr looking to throw here on third down, tried to get away and go deep, and through Mike St. Green. Felt the pressure there, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, when that pressure comes in there, sometimes the quarterback can get a little rattled, and when you're talking about a throw that has to go over the top of the defenders and yet still settle in just before going out of bounds at the back of the end zone there, it really takes a lot of precise control from these quarterbacks. So when you get rattled, sometimes you can overthrow it like that.
So it'll be Sonny J from about 40 from the left hash, up and on its way. It is good. We'll make it 41-7 with 1:06 to go in the third quarter. It is a 34-point deficit for San Diego. This is officially a 5-score game for the Mavs to try to get back into this thing. Now, we have seen crazier things happen in the SFL. 5 scores is a lot, but in this league, this is why this league is so amazing. You never know what could happen here, as Axis will kneel it down for the touchback.
Absolutely, but I mean, Houston's got to be feeling confident. They keep getting turnovers. They keep making big splash plays on the defense here. The air show has been shut down so far tonight.
Absolutely has, and they've got to do something with that aerial attack if they want to get any chance to get close into this this opening week. Robo going in motion over to the left side, being pursued by Bird. Pickler will hand off. McWaffle goes right and cuts back in, and he ends up getting about a 7-yard gain out of it.
That's a good cut there. One of those Headhunters defenders was really sealing off that outside edge there where McWaffle, I think, was initially intending to go there. So he bends it back inside and then sees, hey, I've got a little bit more room here on the inside, so let me just keep bending it back towards the center there. Of course, eventually Houston wraps him up with like a triple team tackle, but still, good run.
Yeah, still a decent run. It's about double what he's been producing per run. Oh, Noel doesn't get anything going on that one. They'll credit him with a yard, but Jason Peace with the stop. They'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
It's a great read there from Jason Peace.
Yeah, this will probably be the final play of the third quarter. San Diego's going to have to do all of the heavy lifting in the final frame to get any semblance of a comeback here. Pickler looking to throw. Has time, has to check it down. Oh, but he's brought down immediately by Chris Britton III. He's been the lead tackler so far tonight and ends up going for a 3-and-out for San Diego. Oh, we are going down to one final quarter to play here. It is all Houston all day. They lead the Mavericks 41-7. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music here on YouTube. Let's read us our rights.
The of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Fourth quarter about to get underway here in Houston, Texas, here at Vi. Excuse me, the score is still mind-boggling to me. Here at Vipe Sports Stadium, Ethan Muslin and Brandon Walters here on the call for you tonight. Greg Soto and Justin Reside doing the stats truck for us as the return is going to be brought up to the 34-yard line of Houston. So 41-7 as we start the fourth quarter. Houston doesn't really need to do much here. They just need to keep the ball safe, keep it secure, and they pretty much don't have to do anything else, do they?
No, I don't think so. I think it's time to turn on the grinder here and just let the running backs keep grinding out these yards. And I think, honestly, San Diego might agree and say, hey, let's just get on the bus and get back home.
Like I say, you never know with this sort of thing, and Wells will move it up to the 40. They'll credit him with about 5 yards on that one for second down.
It's a very nice run there. And when you get 5 yards on first down here, 2nd and 5, you're probably assuming, unless someone on San Diego makes a really great play, that you're probably going to get at least another couple yards here, especially if you're running from a heavy set here. It really just sets the tempo so early and means that they can really build these long drives.
2nd and 5 from just outside the 40. Two tight ends set up to the left side. They'll hand it off to Slap. He'll get around one tackler, but cannot get around the other. And that is a good tackle there from number 32. That's King Bradshaw with that stop. We'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
3rd down and 1, and San Diego has really got to try and bring in a really heavy set here. I would bet my house that Houston's going to try and run it here.
Looks like they're in that setup for it. Two tight ends split out and the split back set. They will hand it off up the middle for Wells. And he'll get just enough to get to the 46 and move those chains for the first down.
Well, I'm very happy I didn't lose my house there, and I'm assuming Houston's pretty happy they're getting a first down on another nice, 4 to 5 yard run. When you get 4 to 5 consistently, especially over the course of an entire drive here, you're going to be able to just build such momentum. They're taking so much time off the clock. Already a minute and a half gone from this 4th quarter.
Yeah, that's like we said, they're doing everything they can to grind this clock down. It'll be a handoff for Wells up to the left side, and he'll get another 6 yards on that play. And like we said, this is what you're probably going to see for the rest of the game here from Houston.
But even then, the runs themselves are just so good. The vision there from Wells to really weave in between there. There was a lot of really tight gaps that he was trying to hit there, and he hit all of them really nicely.
2nd down and 4. Handoff for Slap. Tries to get through traffic. Gets the first down as he's down inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Boy, this slow grind for Houston doing very well as GP Wells now, as you see, Josh Slap with 67 yards on 10 runs. Wells so far 82 on 22 carries.
Exactly. They're both handling big loads here so far tonight, and I think that coming into this game, questions were being asked about the Mavericks defense. Are they big and tough enough to stop runs? If someone's going to put it up the middle, halfback dive the entire game, are they going to be able to stop it? And so far, the answer is no.
There'll be another run here for Wells. He breaks through, gets into the second level and down to the 26-yard line. Managed to avoid a few tackles, but Al-Farouq Aminu there with the stop, preventing Wells from going any further.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about the running backs so far tonight, but I want to put a spotlight on these blocks being put up by the tight ends, the wide receivers, the offensive line. They've done a fantastic job getting up to the second level and really securing lanes early, and that allows GP Wells and Josh Slap so much more room, so much more time to make their decisions when it comes to, what lane am I going to take, where am I going to bend this run.
1st and 10 now from the 24-yard line. Two wide outs to the right side in the split set. They'll pitch it out right to Slap, and he'll only get about a couple of yards before he is brought down by number 45 of San Diego. Looking at the, as that was RC Puff there on the tackle, looking at the point totals that San Diego has given up, this is going to be the 4th time, if this score holds, this would be the 4th time they've surrendered 41 points in a game as the run for Wells goes for a couple of yards. Last time this has happened, we have an injury here.
No.
Puff is down on the ground. And things just kind of keep going from bad to worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. That is really unfortunate to see. I had the privilege of playing against RC Puff down in the minors this season, and they were a fantastic linebacker for Pittsburgh the entire season. So definitely a big miss, even though they are a rookie. Definitely a big miss there from the San Diego defensive side.
Absolutely. Hopefully they'll be all right. That goes down for a gain of 3 now, 3rd down and 5. Facing a bit of a blitz. And it brought down by a Zach Holdorf getting the sack. So there's a little bit of a positive there. Ends up being the 4th sack of the game for the San Diego defense.
That really is a great sack there. They brought the house down on Houston there. And I think, that's the first time they tried to pass it this whole drive there and just absolutely hits Dave Burr hard. But looks like the field goal unit's going to be brought out again here for Houston, probably going to go up 44-7.
As I was going to say, if this had held, it would have been the fourth time. The last time an opponent for San Diego scored 41 points was in season 19 against the Louisiana Revolution, as Sonny J puts it up and through. That'll make it 44-7. Oh, that is this has just been a rough go for San Diego. They are hoping and praying that they can get something going here and have a little bit of a positive to walk home with.
Absolutely. But talk about a statement game for Houston so far tonight. They have played fantastic, lights out against a team that made some noise in the playoffs last year. A lot of people were expecting San Diego to take another step forward and really cement themselves as a contender this season. Houston has really revamped their roster so far in the offseason. Questions are being asked. Are they going to be able to break out of the streak of, quite frankly, mediocrity that they've been suffering over the past few seasons? They've had 7 seasons in a row that have been within one game of 500. So, always kind of just there, making up the numbers, a little bit mediocre. But this new look Houston team is really putting out a statement win tonight.
They really have been. And, the last 2 seasons have been exactly 500. They've gone 12 for 12 as McWaffle going to break off a big run. Ends up going for the first down. I would not be surprised to see Houston just bring out the secondaries for the rest of this ball game. As you see, number 25 can't get it. There's Britt, number 50. Ended up making the tackle. Right now, the margin of victory is about 37 points. And it's one of the higher ones in Mavericks history. It is a very tough go for this squad, and they're going to be looking at the tape, wondering what happened.
No!
The ball goes out, but it will be recovered by San Diego. Riley on the recovery ends up saving the ball for the Mavs.
Yeah, Hunter McWaffle a little bit tired. They're coming out, and Fred McAfee coming back in there, and another fumble. That's the second fumble so far tonight from a Mavericks running back. Houston, man, the turnovers have been insane. Obviously, they don't get that one, but just interceptions, forced fumbles. They've been having a lights-out game so far tonight. Insane.
Yeah. Pickler to throw, going deep. Penalty marker down, as that looks like that was Matson, the intended target. So we might have another pass interference call here. Yeah, so it'll be placed at the San Diego 49. You see the graphic there on the bottom of your screen. The worst loss since week 3 when it was 48-7. Unbelievable, unbelievable loss there. And this is, you have to wonder what you got to do.
It's a tough call, but I think for this game, really, honestly, you're probably about through. Try and get some more game film to study, and then head home and try and rebound next week.
Yeah, that 48-7 loss, by the way, that was in season 21, just last season in week 3 against Minnesota. Pickler looking to throw. We'll have to check it down. Oh, out of the hands of Matson and incomplete.
I think that kind of epitomizes the Mavs' day on offense here so far tonight. I mean, that's got to be a catch. I'm sorry, but Matson has got to get that one.
And if this does hold, this would be the second worst defeat for the Mavericks in franchise history. Pickler, they're going to throw out right side, overthrows his target and incomplete.
Sloppy throw there from Johnny Pickler. I think that's probably the 3rd time now that he sailed a pass, just absolutely 5-10 yards maybe even past his receiver there. Just, it seems like the communication is off a little bit here. Pickler's really misplacing a lot of throws. I don't know if that might just be rust from this being week 1. You're in a game time situation for the first time in a while again, but he has struggled.
Absolutely has. It's been a rough go here for Pickler. 10 of 19 for 59 yards so far tonight. 3rd down and 10. Pickler to throw. Going for the shovel to number 84, Doug Britton. And it only ends up going for about a yard as they are brought down. And yeah, it looks like that is Alex Perez on the stop. So now 4th and 9. And they are going to go ahead and kick it away.
Yeah, Britain has been getting a lot of interesting usage so far tonight. Obviously, the Wildcat stuff, getting handoffs out of the backfield here. Coming in from Las Vegas, I think the San Diego coaching staff were expecting him to be kind of a new big centerpiece for this offense here. But honestly, so far tonight, he has not looked great. Houston has done a really good job shutting him down. Wow, look at the yard differentials here. 158 to 21 in the second half.
That is unbelievable. That is a bit over almost 8-1 in favor of the Houston Headhunters. Incredible stuffing of the San Diego offense by this Headhunter defense. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. In the 3 tight end set, they'll hand it off to Wells, who has room up the middle. Plenty of room to go. Gets the first down. Gets about 12 on the play to set it up just outside the 25-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. You see the mark there. First 100-yard rusher for the season is GP Wells, hoping to be one of many 100-yard rushers we'll see this season in the SFL. From the 28, 1st and 10, handoff will go to Slap, has room to run, gets to about the 35. They'll call it a 7-yard gain.
And I think this is really emblematic of what I think a lot of people around the league were expecting to see with the stamina changes that were brought in for this season here. GP Wells is over 100 yards. Congratulations to him. Josh Slapp is at 76 right now himself as well. So these teams that have established tandems of running backs where you really can go with either guy depending on what you're looking for, depending on the situation that the game is in here. These teams, I think, are really going to profit from the changes made this season so far, and it's worked really well for Houston. These running backs have earned every single yard here. The offensive line and the running backs deserve all the credit.
Absolutely do. Just fantastic effort from everybody in the backfield for Houston. As another run for Wells will be enough for the first down. Looks like he got 4 on that one, so that puts him to about 114 on the day.
Yeah, and again, just fantastic days from both of them. GP Wells and Josh Slapp, they've both had a great game so far tonight. This entire Houston offense, really, I don't think you can point to anyone and say he's had a bad game. You know, Dave Burr is 12 for 16 with 4 touchdowns so far tonight, almost 200 yards passing, QBR of 154.7. He's been fantastic. The receivers have all been really good. The running backs have been good. I don't think you can point to anyone on this Headhunter team and say, hey, your performance has been lackluster tonight.
And you have to give props to the defense as well. They've done a great job on their side of the field as well. Handoff for Wells, pushing, gets to about the 40. They'll credit him with 2 yards. That's going to give the Houston backfield a combined 200 yards of rushing on the day.
It's really been great for them so far tonight. The running game was established early with some of those turnovers, short fields. You really want to try and establish those running games. And it's continued to be good so far tonight. San Diego really just has not had much of an answer outside of the occasional splash play, trying to bring someone down in the backfield here. Really, Houston has basically seen every single running play that they've run gain probably on average 4 or 5 yards.
They go into the heavy set here for 2nd and 8. Looks like they'll try to snap this before the warning. They will not. They'll let it go down. So 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. It is Houston 44, San Diego 7. And Houston making a big statement. They are only 120 seconds away from a statement win at home. So here we go. 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. We're getting a little bit of a game update from our stats truck here. Mexico City up 17-7 at the end of the 3rd quarter. That was about a minute ago. Make sure you can keep an eye on that when this game concludes. That'll be the first timeout taken by San Diego.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they're still going to call their timeouts here, but obviously they want to try and get the ball back in the hands of the offense here. Maybe, try out a few plays that are a bit deeper in the playbook and work out, okay, this one's over, but how can we move forward in our next game, which is against Vancouver. So they're going to have to be pretty much firing at all cylinders there to have a chance against the Legion.
Yeah, and Vancouver did have a great game against Portland yesterday to start off season 22. We started off with a banger, but Houston deciding to start off with a blowout here tonight, as that run will go for only about a yard, and that'll be another timeout for San Diego. So far, so if this score holds, I believe this will be the third most points allowed by the Mavericks all time. The most they've ever given up was 55, and that was in a loss in season 19 to Mexico City. Second one was 46 points, but that was a win against Atlanta because they ended up scoring 49 on that one. Punt is away from Barker. This will be taken at the 21, and not much doing there on the return for Axis. And San Diego will get it with a minute 44 left to go.
Yeah, I would expect them to come out here and essentially just try out a few plays, see what works and what doesn't. You know, maybe if you can make some adjustments, really get something of a drive here going against Houston that has shut them down all night here. You know, you can try and carry a little bit of confidence going forward into Vancouver and identify what you want to work on in your playbook.
Pickler with the throw will get it completed to Eagle Mondavi, and that'll be the final timeout taken by San Diego. It'll be good for about 9.5.
It's a nice throw there. Pickler really been restrained so far tonight. He is currently 12 for 21, for only 69 yards, a quarterback rating of 39.7, and 2 interceptions. So obviously not a great game for him here. Any kind of confidence you can build in him going into their next game has got to be critical.
Yeah, they're gonna have to double check some things and make sure it all pans out for what they need to do. As that pass completed, that was Easton King with the reception, making the first down. Pickler rolling out to his right, going out for the deep ball. It's intercepted. Mike Bird with the pick, going across into enemy territory, down to the 40, and Pickler making the tackle at the San Diego 41-yard line. Oh man, that's the third pick of the day for Johnny Pickler. Boy, that just epitomized the entire San Diego air show, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's great coverage there from Mike Bird sitting underneath that route, and a great pick there. But Pickler's third interception there. The San Diego Mavs offense today dies with a whimper, not with a bang.
Unfortunately so. But that will bring us to, looks like it'll be victory formation. Yeah, they are all set for that. They'll just have to kneel down about 3 times to finish this out. So as we talked about, San Diego going to be at home taking on Vancouver. Bit of a divisional rivalry game, of course, going to be very important there in that regard. That'll be on January 21st. Houston, with this win, they're going to go to Queens. They're going to be hosting Queen City next week, which could be a particularly interesting game considering Queen City just dethroned Baltimore.
Absolutely. Very, very interesting matchup there. I think two teams that probably, no one was expecting really either result in this case here. Houston with a really big win against San Diego, and Queen City upsetting Baltimore, who were in the championship game last season. I think, two teams that really have surprised people in week 1 here coming together in week 2. I think that'll be a really interesting game.
Absolutely. Second kneel down there for Dave Burr. And of course, this rivalry, of course, now Houston going to be 4-0 against San Diego, and this being the biggest margin of victory in those 4 matchups. The second biggest one being back in season 18 when the Houston was called the Hyenas, and they beat San Diego 43-21.
And the crazy thing is that with this win, Houston's now going to be 4-0 against San Diego in their entire history. They've never lost to the Mavericks.
Yeah, so that's something they can hang their hat on as another bit of victory here, as they're going to stay in the huddle to close this out. There are the zeros on the board. The game is over. San Diego will have a bit of a sulk, bit of a hot shower to think about what happened, and they will head back home to take on Vancouver after a defeat to the Headhunters, 44-7.
Absolutely.
Look at that total there. Look, there was just after that 21-point first quarter, there was nothing San Diego could do after that.
Yeah, they got off on the wrong foot. Turnovers on multiple drives, going 3 and out there. They really, really struggled on the offensive side, and you know, as Houston, when you get those short fields and you take advantage of them the way that they did so early on in this game here, really, I think this game might have been out of hand probably halfway through the second quarter, maybe. Like, it really did feel like, you know, at a certain point, like, oh, this game is just done. You know, Houston is going to take this win.
Absolutely, and I think that after that third quarter popped in, when it got to 41-7, that was kind of, the writing was on the wall on that one. Player of the game honors, I would have to say it has to go to Dave Burr.
Dave Burr did really play well. 12 of 16 for 194 yards, 4 touchdowns. Really pretty much flawless game there. I don't think you could really point to him and say that he did anything wrong in this game. I'm actually going to go on the defensive side here and go for Chris Britton, the third, for the Headhunters. He was all over, 9 tackles this game and a pass deflection, a tackle for loss as well for him. He really did a great job anchoring that defense there and shutting down this San Diego air show.
Absolutely there. So that'll do it here for us in Houston. Once again, final score, Headhunters 44, Mavericks 7. Headhunters with a huge statement to start season 22. For my partner Brandon Walters, for the statisticians Greg Soto, Justin Reside, I'm Ethan Muslin. Oh, what's a good start here to the season. More SFL action coming up tomorrow night. Don't want to miss it.